Alright, sorry about that. I think I fixed the issues I was having, so I'm gonna restart this. Ooh, hopefully it works. If it doesn't, oh well, that's life. It was like auto-progressing the dialogue and I wasn't able to read it quickly enough. And then I turned the JP voices off. Stan says, "Hey, stop. Stay away. Stop it. Why is this happening to me?" The captain says, "We have to keep our mission a secret. It's nothing personal, kid." Stan says, "I was just trying to hitch a ride to Synagald." Stan says, "Hey, wait." The captain says, "If we weren't carrying that, things might have been different." The soldier says, "Who threw that?" "You bastard, you brought accomplices, didn't you?" Stan says, "No, I didn't." The captain says, "What is that?" "It's your mama." "It is a swarm of vicious monsters." The crew says, "A swarm of monsters are flying in from ahead. There's hundreds of them." "Impossible," says the captain. "Monsters attacking the Draconis? This cannot be happening." The crew says, "What do we do, Captain?" The captain says, "Deploy the 1st Battalion. Don't let them get inside." "Yes, sir." Stan says, "Now's my chance." Ah. "If I keep going like this, I'll need a weapon." That's a tutorial for how to move the blocks, which pretty easy. Alrighty, let's make a new save. Stan says, "Oh shoot." Oh shoot indeed. Stan says, "Gramps, Lilith." "No, I don't want to die in a place like this." "You there," says a voice. Stan says, "Huh?" "Oh, you can hear my voice. Perhaps you have the ability." "Who's there?" says Stan. "Would you like to know? Then come deeper inside." "Deeper," says Stan. Something was shining way over there. Stan says, "There's no one here." Is this a sword? It has a pretty weird shape. Can I even use it? This isn't the time to worry about that. As long as I have a weapon, I won't lose to the likes of you. Will I? Oh, doggies, please stop it. Kumo! Get out of there! Stop being a little brat. No, let him have his own space. Stan says, "What's with this sword? It's weird, like my hand is already used to it." Kumo! No. Stan says, "They're Draconis. Will it be okay?" I wonder what's going on outside. He's bullying the puppy and it's kind of driving me bananas. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Stan says, "Damn it, not again." Who are you? Alright, neither one of you gets that now. Driving me bananas. Stan says, a girl? Hey, why do you have that? Huh? What's that? That's the sword. Hand it over. It doesn't belong to you. Oh my god, why are they like this? One after the other. Wait, don't tell me they're also after the sword. Stan says it's like it'll never end. Ruti, says a voice. Oh my, stabby. The crew has been wiped out. If we continue like this, we'll crash. Stan says, wiped out? We gotta get out of here, and now. Ruti says, hang on a sec, that sword's too important to lose. The person says there's no time. Stan says, this is bad, I'd better get out of here too. Oh, doggies. Fluffy little chaotic masters of destruction. Yattase! Ooh, I leveled up. How fancy am I? Dead. Death all around me. Oh my, it's a wyvern. That's really rude, Mr. Wyvern. Whoa, that guy's got some hands. He's a little handsy. Handsy bonansies. Come here, you little boy. I'll stab ya. Where do I go? Yeah, might as well pick up some free stuff. Got some apple gels. Yeah, a lot of those rooms just look like copy and paste. No access while in motion. Alrighty. Immediate victory, huh? Can I equip arts? Alrighty. Looks like those are some escape pods or something. Stan says I can still use that escape pod. The wolves growl at me. Looks like we evaded them. Fabulous. Stan says, ah! The unfortunate part of turning off the dialogue means that the movies are not going to have any sound, but since I want to narrate the game, it's going to have to be a necessary evil. Looks like we landed in a snowy wasteland. Maybe I will leave the movie sound on. Might just have to talk over some voices. Stan says, "Is this it? You're giving up," says a voice. Stan says, "That voice from before. What's your name?" Stan Arleon. "Listen well, Stan. I will lend you my power. But you must trust me. Now grab on tightly." "And call out my name." Stan says, "I hear you. My name is... Your name is... Mr. Sword." No, it's Dimlos, apparently. Oh my. Look at them trees getting whooshed. Mr. Dicko. Slicky Dicky. Stan's all wet. He gets wet when he touches his sword. He collapses to the ground. A voice says, "Hey, Stan, get up." I'm like 99% sure this is the opening credits, and I'm gonna skip that. "Brother, wake up," says a voice. Stan says, "Mmm." "Hey, I said wake up." Stan says, "Aw, Lilith." Lilith says, "I'm not Lilith, dummy. I can't believe I have to be the one to wake you up." Stan says, "I'm so glad." Lilith says, "What is it? Did you have a scary dream?" Stan says, "It wasn't just scary, it was super scary. I was drowning. I thought I was gonna die. But then I heard a weird voice. Dimlo says, 'Wake up.'" Stan says, "Yeah, just like that. Wait, what?" Dimlo says, "How long are you gonna sleep? It's time to wake up." Stan goes, "Ooh-ah," and falls off the bed. Stan says, "Huh? Where am I?" "Oh right, I escaped from the Draconis. And I took this sword. Now that I look at it, it seems kinda old-fashioned." Dimlo says, "How vexing that you'd call me old-fashioned." Stan says, "Ah," and drops the sword. The sword, Dimlo says, "Hey, don't make so much noise." Stan says, The sword is talking." Dimlo says, "Of course I am. I'm alive, after all." Stan says, "No way. Normal swords aren't alive." Dimlo says, "Get a hold of yourself. I'm a swordian." Stan says, "A swordy-in?" Dimlo says, "1,000 years ago, a sword with a soul was forged. That sword is me." Stan says, "Huh?" Dimlo says, "Do you get it now? Hurry and pick me up. You've been neglecting me on the floor the whole time." Stan says, "Oh, right." Dimlo says, "Goodness, you're not even capable of keeping calm, are you? If you were to be my master, please try being a little bit more level-headed." Stan says, did you just say master? Dimlo says, you did forge a pact with me, did you not? Don't you remember what happened at the bottom of the lake? Stan says, ah. So you were the one I was hearing, weren't you? You said your name was Dimlos. Dimlo says, that is correct. At that moment, when you called my name, our pact was sealed. And now you are my master, a Swordian master. Stan says, a Swordian master. Question mark says, it seems like you've woken up. With some Folgers in your cup. Just kidding. Stan says, and who are you? Woodrow says, my name is Woodrow. You seem to be looking better now. When I found you collapsed at the bottom of the lake, I had no idea what I was gonna do. Stan says, so you're the one who carried me here. They call me Stan Aileron. Thanks a bunch for saving me. Where are we? Woodrow says, deep in the mountains of Fandaria. Did you not realize that? Stan says, I was hitching a ride on the Draconis, but then I had to escape from it, so... Woodrow says, the Draconis, I see. Then what about that sword? Stan says, you know about it? This thing can talk. Dimlo says, Stan, don't talk about me so carelessly to other people. Stan says, what do you mean? Why not? Dimlo says, only those who possess the aptitude of a Swordian master can hear my voice. If you talk to me around people who can't hear me, they might think you're crazy or something. Stan says, huh? Okay. Woodrow says, is something wrong? Stan says, don't worry about it. Question mark says, Chelsea, hey, you went to the mountain again. Oh, I see you're awake, boy, says whoever the fuck that is. Woodrow says, this is my bowmaster Alba. This cabin belongs to him. Stan says, oh, thanks for helping me. Alba says, it's only natural to help one another when we're in need. Woodrow says, Chelsea is Master Alba's granddaughter. Master, I'll go out back and look for her. Alba says, you'd do that for me? Stan says, I'll go too, as thanks for helping me. Woodrow says, sure, let's go together. All right, says Stan. Alba says, I'll leave it in your capable hands. Apparently, Woodrow has joined our party. And he's horny. He's horny for blood. He wishes to suckle your knuckle. Anyways, we got a life bottle from the drawer. Alba says, perhaps Chelsea is in the hills behind the house. Thank you in advance. For what? What if I just don't do anything? What if I want that teddy bear? This is a splendid makeup table, however, the essential cosmetics are quite few. So, does he want to, like, wear makeup or something? I don't know. Where is Stan from? Whoa, it's snowing. Snow is a new experience for you, huh? Where are you from, Stan? From a village called Liena in Fitzjold. I see, I heard the climate there is warm. No wonder the snow surprised you, you little bitch. Yeah, that makes sense. Emotional chat system. Press the button when you see one of them come up. Woodrow says there are some ferocious monsters. Don't let your guard down. Stan says, I have confidence in my sword. Leave it to me. Dimlo says, don't be conceited just because you've become my master. You little asshole. Stan says, you're so full of yourself. Dimlo says, before we get into a real fight, I'll teach you how to use the Swordian. Stan says, you don't have to tell me that. You just stab and slice, right? Dimlo says, if I was an ordinary sword, that would be the end of it, but that's not the case with me. First of all, I can use crystal arts. In my case, it's fire-based. It requires chanting time, but it's often more powerful than physical arts, and the abilities of the Swordian can be changed with the Swordian device. It'd be quicker to actually try and do this. With the Swordian device, you can set different devices that boost your abilities, bitch. Alright. Press circle. The points will be restored if you remove them. Try to remove the attack device. Set the device of your choice and press X to finish. Let's see. Let's do attack and critical. Device points will increase as you level up. You can increase your proficiency in battle, and when mastered, new tiers will be unlocked. Both the crystal arts and the sorting device will grow in versatility as you master them. You can try different things. Stan says, okay. Jimlo says, you're still not good enough. You have to be aware of that and be diligent. Stan says, you're such a nag. Woodrow says, whew. No, I just thought it looked like a lot of fun. Are you ready to go? Stan says, yes, let's go. Stan says, where is Master Alba's granddaughter? Woody says, where is she indeed? We have no choice but to look everywhere. For now, let's head to the place with the big Zelkova tree at the end of the backwoods. Stan says it's cold. It's freezing cold. Ah, chew. Woodrow says, Stan, I wonder if you, who grew up in Fitzgald, would find the climate in Fandaria so harsh. Woodrow, I don't know how you can be so carefree. If you live in this country long enough, you naturally become strong against the cold. Stan says, unbelievable. Ah, chew. When I escaped the Draconis, I thought I was gonna drown. You would have had I not used the heat from my blade to evaporate the water. You can do that? That's amazing. We should use that to grill some fish. I will not use my abilities on something so menial. Are you training under Master Alba to be an archer, Woodrow? Yes. I started when I was a child. It's been almost 20 years now. 20 years, huh? If you've been together that long, you're practically family. Definitely. I've learned much from him, both in archery and life itself. We need to find Chelsea. There's a large path. There's a place with a large tree in the back of the mountain. Let's go there first. It's cold. It's freezing cold. Achoo! Didn't I already see that one? I guess these don't just, like, end? Whatever. Sounds good to me. Is this the Wonder Chef? Who are you, Snowman? Looks like he has herbs inside him. That snowman likes to smoke some herb. Well, I must kill one of my own kind, I suppose. The legendary hero. So, like, only chosen people can hear the voice of the Swordians, right? I suppose you could say that. This sounds kinda cool. I'm like a legendary hero. Don't get ahead of yourself, I told you, you're not that good. I am the greatest hero. Enter the amazing Stan. Men, follow me. Whoa! I'm beginning to regret making you my master. We need to find Chelsea. There's a place with a large tree. Okie dokie, we already heard that one, I think. Who attracts the Draconis? The Draconis was attacked by monsters. That's unusual. Is it? Even though the lens have made them more violent, those monsters were once ordinary wild animals. Their instincts wouldn't let them confront an entity as intimidating as a battleship. It's like they're being controlled by a beastmaster. It's possible someone forced them to do it. But I've never heard of anything or anyone who could achieve such a thing. Let me have that rudeness. Yeah, I think I'm gonna turn this Feeling kind of lazy. And then let's put Demon Fang. Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Baby. Alright, we got a rough lens. Sounds like a rough trick. Oh yeah. Ooh, this is a long pathway. Looks like we found our little friend, though. Stan says, somebody's over there. This is hopeless, says the person. I'll never ever get home ever again. Woodrow says, Chelsea. Chelsea says, Woodrow, oh my. To think I'd meet you here in a place like this. I'm jumping for joy. Stan says, but you're not jumping. Dimlo says it's a figure of speech. She means she's overjoyed. Stan says, oh. Woodrow says, judging by your condition, it seems like you got lost again. Chelsea says, what do you mean? I've never got lost before, not even once. Stan says, that's kind of weird, because it sounded like you were crying. Chelsea says, oh, that. I was talking to Mr. Zelkova, so I was crying about something he said. Stan says, you can talk to trees? That's so cool. Chelsea says, yeah, sure. And you are? Oh, I'm Stan. Nice to meet you. Woodrow says, some things happened that led Master Alba to be looking after him. Chelsea says, I'm Chelsea, granddaughter of Master Alba. Dimlo says, it means she's still unskilled, but she's working under him to learn more. I guess he's defining apprentice for Stan. Stan says, Dimlos, you know so many things. Chelsea says, Di? Stan says, nothing, don't worry about it. Woodrow says, Chelsea, Master Alba is looking for you. Come back with us. Okay, sure thing, says Chelsea. She has joined our party. A magnificent Zelkova tree grows here. Stan says, I'm glad we found her safely. Right, we should head back to the Master's house now. We can go back the way we came. Lord Woodrow, please take me on your journey as soon as possible, says the weird girl. Maybe when you're a bit older. Come on, stop treating me like I'm a child. Stan says, you two are very close. You're kinda like siblings. We're not siblings. Lord Woodrow is my ... Hee hee. Woodrow says, let's get back to Alba's as soon as possible. What did you talk about with the tree? Why did it make you cry? She says, no, that was... I'd like to hear it. I can't talk to trees, so I'm really interested. Ugh, these innocent eyes are piercing my heart. Chelsea takes good care of her bow and arrows, doesn't she? As expected of the Master's granddaughter. Wow, this is amazing. This arrow is sparkling. This is a very special arrow. If you pierce the heart of the person you love with it, their feelings will be returned. Hee hee. Stan says, I hope it works. Dimlos says, I think you better stop her. What's wrong, Woodrow? I think I felt a sudden chill. It's probably my imagination, though. Whoops, he noticed me, says Chelsea. Chelsea, why are you standing behind Woodrow with your bow at the ready? Seriously, you should stop her, says Dimlos. is horny. She likes it rough. Oh my, so many interesting moves. Yeah, we already read that one. Yee-hoo, baby. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Is there a secret item over there? For a secret bunny ninja? Too bad I can't understand what the win quotes are. That'd be kind of fun if I spoke Japanese. We got some cash. Well, I'm sure I'll be able to sleep if I go back to the little shack. So I'm starting to get a little low on HP. Anyhow, Alba says, Chelsea, I was getting impatient. The waistband on my pants tore. Won't you fix it for me? Jeez, did you seriously call me back here just for that, says Chelsea. You should be able to fix that yourself. Alba says, so you won't do it. Well, I guess it's no big deal. Chelsea says, that's not the problem here. Woodrow says, I guess that's what you'd call familial love. Stan says, my family is the same way. I have a grandpa and a little sister. Woodrow, what's your family like? I have a father who I call my family, but it's been a while since I've heard from him. What are we doing just standing around talking? Let's go inside. Notice, Chelsea left the party. Stan says, let's get inside. He loves putting it deep inside, if you know what I mean. Alba says, by the way, boy, what are you gonna do now? Stan says, I want to go to the capital city of Sinagald, Darlshide. Why do you want to go to Darlshide? I want to become a knight of Sinagald. A knight? Stan says, my gramps was a knight too, a long time ago. Growing up, I would always listen to the stories that he told me. Dimlo says, you shouldn't base your goals on such lukewarm thoughts. Stan says, why shouldn't I go for it? Alba says, who are you talking to? Stan says, Woodrow just giggles. He says, sorry, Stan, I hope you are successful in entering the service. Stan says, thanks. If you're heading toward Sinagald, you'll need to pass through Janos. Janos is a town along the border of Fandaria and Sinagald, says Chelsea. From here, you want to head southwest. Woodrow says, I'll come with you to Janos. I was thinking about returning to my hometown anyway. Chelsea says, Woodrow, you're leaving already? Woodrow says, I received a letter calling me back home. I cannot ignore it, even though I wanted to study under Master Alba a little longer. Alba says, how long are you going to be so indecisive? Hurry up and make a decision. Aren't you gonna succeed your father? Woodrow says, geez, I could never live up to your expectations, Master. Anyway, we'll set out after we've finished our preparations, Stan. Stan says, sure. Woodrow says, Chelsea, make sure to always listen to what Master Alba says. Chelsea says, Woodrow, please, make sure you come back. Each moment will seem like 1,000 years while I'm waiting for your return. Stan says, that doesn't add up. Dimlo says, I'm not a dictionary, but it just means that she'll be eagerly awaiting him. Alba says, well then, take care, boy. Stan says, of course, we'll be fine, and I won't forget your kindness. Let's go outside for now. What does your dad do for a living, Woodrow? Well, I guess you could say he creates bonds between people. With his dick. I see, he's sort of like a teacher. Haha, that's the first time I've heard someone call him that. But you may be right on the target. Oh my. Oh, so filthy. So nasty. Is there any free shit over here? Free shit. Looking for that free shit. Oh yeah. Woodrow says Janos is to the southwest. The city of Janos is just beyond the forest. Got it. Try to hide from me, did you, you little box? Daddy wants to get inside you and take a look at your special place. But yeah, I think that the game is inferring that Woodrow can hear what we are saying. The Swordian, rather. We found some rosemary. It increases our magical attack. Delightful victory. Excellent. I don't want them undelightful victories. Alright, we picked up some food, but we can't carry anymore. I don't think we can go this way. I do that demon fang skill, it kind of sounds like he's saying Rasengan. I'm like, what is this, Naruto? But I guess he does have that same hair, kind of, but also a mullet. I do not approve of mullets. Kind of want to mess around with some of these other arts. What else do we got? Actually, I think I remember Light Spear being a good up attack. Here we go. Lifts downed enemies. That sounds kind of cool. Actually, I'll put that on the down one. Rising Phoenix. We got another rough lens. Yeah, I thought I was going the right way. I guess not. Maybe we go up here. Yeah, like he runs with his arms really high up, which is kind of weird to me. I do not know where to go. Oof, that encounter rate. 'Tis high. 'Tis very high. Mastered a sorting device. Oh yeah, let's see. Okay, I guess it, like, reduces, perhaps, the amount of points that it takes. Okay, so I need to pay more attention to that, I think. I guess I can't go that way. Maybe I have to go back up and around or something. Those flying enemies aren't really my favorite either. Just an item, I guess. These enemies seem to guard kind of a lot too. Figure it out eventually. Woodrow says, "Are you tired, or have you gotten used to walking around in the snow?" Stan says, "It's fine. It's a new experience, so it's fun." Woodrow, I wanted to ask you a question, but I don't want you to get angry. Do you not like the idea of succeeding your dad? When Master Alba was talking about it, you looked like you were upset. I was thinking, maybe you're worried about something, but if I'm wrong, then sorry. Just forget it. Woodrow says you can see right through me. Perhaps you're the kind of person who can see the very essence of people. I don't dislike the idea, it's more like I'm doubting myself. If I'm really qualified to succeed my father, it feels weird to call myself his son. My father is such an amazing person. As I am right now, I can't possibly call myself his equal. Stan says you have someone close to you who you can try to live up to. Isn't that wonderful in itself? I don't have a dad, so I'm kinda jealous of you. Woodrow says, I see, that's one way of thinking about it. Stan says, sorry if I asked too much. Woodrow says, you have a valuable perspective. Thank you, you've given me something to consider. Jono says, a little further, we should continue onward. Okay, no items. Is there anything over there? Oh my, he got upset. That bunny was much more dangerous than the other bunnies. It must be destroyed. We've almost reached Janos. How fabulous is that? The merchant says, hey, you guys, buy my shit. Woodrow says, I see, I could part with a little cash. Alright, we have a deal. The rate right now is... I can give you this much for all of it, thanks. Wow, you can get gold for your lens? Woodrow says there are even people called lens hunters whose job it is to collect them. I guess I'll try selling mine too. Alright then. Welcome, says the merchant. What can we buy? He doesn't have anything interesting. We got some money. That bear slapped me. Yahoo, baby. We mastered a sword-in device. But I do not... Okay. So... whatever. Once we master Exceed, then we can... put our stuff in different places. Woodrow says, this is Janos. If you want to go to Sinagald, head toward the North Gate. I'm going towards Vandaria, and so our journey ends here. Stan says, thanks for the help. Woodrow says, take care. Now let's fuck in the derriere. Woodrow says, Stan, your sword is very unique. Your life will change with that thing. Stan says, yeah? Woodrow says, I hope you can become a person worthy of that sword without forgetting those straightforward, earnest feelings that you have now. Stan says, got it. Dimlo says, hey Woodrow. Stan says, why are you yelling at him? That's rude. If he can hear my voice, I'll apologize, but if not, then there's no problem. Well, can you hear me or not? Woodrow says, until next time. Dimlo says, wasn't my imagination? I swear he realized I was alive. Stan says, you're thinking too much about it. Don't worry. Dimlo says, that man is no ordinary person. He had a very dignified presence. Stan says, what can I say? Woodrow's a nice guy. Well then, let's head to the North Gate. Woodrow left the party. This is Janos, says this guy. If we're going to Sinagald, we'll have to go through the northern gates. I was worried at one point, but it looks like we'll make it to Sinagald in one piece. Don't let your guard down, we don't know what's still out there. Dimlos, you worry too much. It won't be long before we reach the North Gate. We should be fine. That carelessness of yours is exactly what I'm worried about. The dog goes... The dog goes. The dog goes. Okay. The boy says it's snow. It's snow, motherfucker. Alright, looks like there's an item over there, so gotta take a look for those. Oh yeah, let's rob the inn. Woodrow, Master Alba, and Chelsea were both such nice people. Consider yourself lucky this time. Not everyone you meet is as magnanimous as they are. I don't want to think about it like that, being suspicious of people from the start. You should always exercise caution, otherwise it may be too late should something happen. That's true, but I'd like to believe that there aren't that many bad people in the world. That lady travels alongside the young master and caters to his needs. She caters to his needs while she's on her knees. LOL. The young boy has also come to learn from Master Alba. He's just a famous old man, I guess. He knows all the tricks. We have many things to buy here. Why can't I buy that thing? We can't let anyone through without a passport. I'm glad to see peace between Fandaria and Synagald. Welcome to the weapon shop, baby. Evasion, why not? Increases 40% of HP. Increases defense, that sounds good. Magic attack, I don't think he's a mage type character, so we'll save that for someone else. Do you see that woman over there? What should I say to her? I heard the Prince of Fandaria is a pretty silver-haired man. The old man says you'll catch a cold standing out here. You should come inside. Oh my. The soldier says if you want to get through, we need a passport. Stan says I don't have one. The soldier says then we can't let you through. But I've come all this way. What if we just use force? Dimlos says, do you want to be a fugitive? Stan says, of course not. Huh, this is a problem. Stan says, ha! Hey, is something wrong? You look troubled too. I don't have a passport, so they won't let me through the gate. What about you? My friend got trapped at the temple near town. I can't do anything on my own. I've come to look for people that might be able to help. Stan says, that's awful. If it's okay, I'll help you. Question mark says, really? That'd be a huge help. Dimlos says, aren't we going to Synagald? Stan says, never abandon a person in need. That's my family's motto. Dimlos says, your family sure is trusting. Stan says, yeah, I guess. We can get to the temple by going through the east gate and then passing through the mountains. My name is Mary Argent, and you are? My name is Stan. Okay, let's go. Mary joined the party, ho. Hee-haw. Aha. In the cutscene, I thought I saw a box over there. Stan says, we have to help Mary's friend as soon as possible. Thank you. They're in a temple near the city. Now I have to take a shitty. Let's head to the eastern gate. Mary, are you from Fandaria? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. That's a weird answer. I'm not trying to hide anything, that's all I can say, really. I see. We can prepare you a room. I say yes. My That is some tranquil, sleepy sleep music. Have a nice day. There's a temple near the city, filled to the brim with treasure. The grocer says welcome. Stan says I need to refill my food sack. Right away. Mary says let me pay for it since you're helping me out. Notice, your food is full. The grocer says, have you switched your food strap? You can change what you cook by switching out the food strap. Different recipes will give you different effects. You can manage that at any grocery. Stan says, alright. If multiple straps meet the criteria, the one on the top will be cooked. It's impossible. Well, what do we got here? That's kind of cool. Every 2 battles. What does that BG thing mean? Whatever, seems fine for now. Mary says, let's head to the temple. Today's dish, fried potatoes and squid. The barista says, please enjoy your time. Apparently it's a bar. The waitress says she's tired of all these drunkards. And the dog says, woof. Alright, I'm gonna assume the eastern gate is to the east. Isn't this where I entered, though? This place down here. Mary says, that's pretty convenient. I used to do my own cooking before, and I've never used a food sack. Probably. Stan says probably. The grocery says, excuse me, please wait. This is a limited time offer. This is for you. It's a food book. Wow, so nice. Thanks. Don't forget to refill your food now, if you'll excuse me. Alright, let's go to the temple. Is it just my imagination? I feel like I met you before. I feel like I've heard your voice somewhere before, too. It must have been someone else. Happens all the time. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, like I thought. Stan says, what is it? The food sack isn't bad, but having home-cooked meals is better. Cooking for yourself is great. You sound like my sister. She loves to cook, too. Home-cooked food is just that good. Or I think so, at least. Why are you suddenly so down? Because she went to Monkey Town. Can't go that way. There's really nothing interesting to buy. Which makes sense, it's pretty much the first town. Can't go that way. Is there any other way I can go? Or do I just go back the way I already came? Well, I guess we go this way. My friend is in trouble because of a trap. Let's go to the temple quickly. I've been through this forest before, but I never saw something like a temple. That's because it's hidden among the trees. It's no wonder you didn't notice it. Go through the forest for a while. Near the end, there's a secret passage leading to the temple. Okay, same info. We'll just skip that. Sometimes that dog does that. Yeah, he definitely did. Mary says, snow. Brr. Cold. We've made it to the end of the forest. What do we do now? Achoo. Mary says, sorry, I let my mind wander. I have the feeling I remember the snow falling a long, long time ago. Stan says, what do you mean? Mary says, the truth is I don't have any memory of my past. Dimlos says, what? Are you saying you have amnesia? That's awful. I guess. Do you have any clues about your past? Like, have you ever been fucked in the ass? Mary says, sometimes it's like I'm catching on to something, like cooking or the snow. But the best clue I have right now is this short sword. There are some letters carved into it, DV, initials maybe. I don't know who the original owner is or why I have it, but when I look at it, I get the feeling that it's very important. I see what you mean, says Stan. If you need help regaining your memory, just say the word. I'll help you. Mary says, I appreciate that. Now then. Just beyond here is the entrance to the hidden passage that leads to the temple. Got it. Let's go. Stan says, the snowy road was fun at first, but it's getting colder and colder. I don't like it. You're sloppy. Look at Mary. She's fine, isn't she? Mary, doesn't the cold weather bother you? Not really. It sure seems to me that the climate suits me. I envy you, says Stan. Ah, chew. Stan said, this is the inside of the temple. It's quite magnificent. Mary says, this is the place where my friend is trapped. I'm counting on you. Mary says, I remember now. Is this the way we're supposed to go? Yeah. Use this fallen pillar as a foothold to climb up. Got it. Let's go. Stan says, that's... Ruti, are you alright? Says Mary. Ruti says, Mary, where did you go? Don't leave me like that. Mary says, I couldn't get out on my own. I went back to town to find someone to help. Stan says, she's floating. How does that thing work? Mary says, that's my friend Ruti. Ruti says, introduce me later. Get me out of here. Stan says, I feel like I've heard that voice somewhere before. Mary says, Stan, can you go stand on the device, near the device on the right side? Stan says, yeah, I got it. Ruti says, I don't know who you are, but thank you. Stan says, it's okay, no need to thank me. Hang on. Stan says, ah! Ruti says, idiot, how did you get caught too? Well, I didn't know it would happen. You moron, you're so stupid. Mary says, wait a sec, Stan, I'll get you down. We have to press the switch at the same time. I'll give the signal. 1, 2, press it. Ruti says, thanks for saving me. Stan says, I think I've seen you before. They say, aha, you. You know each other? Mary, don't you remember? This was the guy who got in our way back on the Draconis. Stan says, I didn't get in your way. Ruti says, you totally did. We couldn't get what we wanted because of you. Mary says, Ruti, you're thankful, aren't ya? I'm glad I found Stan. Ruti says, who's thankful? Hey, the sword. Stan says this, I found it on the Draconis. It's kind of funny shaped, isn't it? Dimlo says, you're handling a precious artifact here. Stan says, doesn't change that you're kind of funny shaped. Ruti says, you're talking with a Swordian. Did you become its master? Stan says, oh, so you know about that. Dimlo says, can you hear my voice? Ruti says, yeah, check this out. Atwhite says, Dimlos, I've missed you. Atwhite, I can hear a voice. Does that mean Ruti has a Swordian too? Mary says, someone's coming. In my ass. A bunch of cute men walk in the room. We hide from them for some reason. Apparently this isn't a gay bar. Ruti says, we can't just sit around here. Stan says, why did we have to hide? Alright, the coast is clear. Let's get back to Janos. Mary says, you're right. Stan says, hey, why? Ruti says, you're coming with us. You can't stay here. Stan says, oh, okay. Ruti says, we'll leave through the front entrance. Ruti has joined the party. Ruti's sorting device can now be used. Your mama's a hoe. Alright. She has like 5 more points. Well, I should learn something, I guess. Let's do more critical. This music is so like... Let's get back to Janos quickly. We can't stay here forever. What's wrong? We'll go out the front entrance. Come on, hurry up. Oh, geez. It's disgraceful of a lens hunter to fall for such a simple trap. So you're a lens hunter. That's right, I'll go anywhere for lens, no matter the risks. What a common capitalist. That's the creed we lens hunters live by. So, if you got caught in a trap, you shouldn't complain about it. That was just a slip-up. I'm usually more dexterous than that. Okie dokie. Artichoke. We got a peach gel. Alright, he finally mastered that device. I don't have any more points left. Okay. Aha, we got a bronze gauntlet. Puppies are going bananas again. Ruti says, shoot. The soldier says, what are you doing here? Are you after the treasure? Ruti says, don't you know it's rude to accuse someone of being a thief? The soldier says, capture them. The soldier says, retreat. Those guys were saying some weird stuff, something about us being robbers. Ruti says, must have been a mistake. Right, it happens. This guy'll believe anything, says Ruti. Stan says, did you say something? Nope. Mary says, we'll be in trouble if they call reinforcements. Let's get out of here. Well, now that we've done some work, let's go back to the city and relax. We left from a different place than we came from. Can we go back to the city? It's okay, let's just keep going, and at the end of the road, head south. How did you two end up in that temple? You idiot, there's only one reason to go to a place like that. I see, a test of courage. No, not that. Got it, you wanted to play hide and seek. I can see you have a pure heart. Stan, what did you used to do for a living? I herded sheep in my home village. I was pretty good at shearing them, too. Then why don't you shear that long hair of yours while you're at it? I don't want a buzz cut. Janos isn't this way, it's in the opposite direction. Well, thanks. Here's your passport, says the soldier, for no reason whatsoever. A pass that's required to enter Phandaria from Synagald. It's tough with that one. When you want to go to Synagald, you'll need it. Stan says, okay, I'll use it now then. Ruti says, wait a sec, don't leave in such a hurry. We want to thank you for your help. I'm sure Atwhite and Dimlos have so much to talk about, right? Stan says, alright. Mary says, let's go to the tavern. It's in the same building as the inn. The man says, no, no. Did you lose something? I lost my passport. Now I can't get to Phandaria. If you have a passport for Synagald, you should be fine. The man says, I can't go home. Stan says, did you drop it? Did you remember? The man says, toilet. Stan says, you need to pick it up right away. man says, maybe it's already been flushed. I'll think of another way. Oh my. Alright, I guess that guy gives me side quests for money, so I just accepted it. Ruti says, Stan, can you give Dimlos to me? Atwhite says, Ruti, what are you talking about? Ruti says, the truth is, we were on the Draconis because we were looking for that sword. Dimlos says, you already have Atwhite, and Stan is my master. Ruti says, I'll pay you. You can get a lot of gold for an antique. Dimlos says, are you kidding me? Stan goes, sorry Ruti, but I can't do that. Ruti says, why not? Stan says, Dimlos isn't just any old sword. I won't sell or give him to anyone. Dimlos says, that's the right decision. Atwhite says, give it up. Ruti says, Anyway, do you want to become our bodyguard? We're heading to Harmentz in Sinagald. Darylshide isn't too far from Harmentz, is it? Yeah, and after all, we're just a couple of girls. If someone as strong and as capable as you were with us, it would be a huge relief. Stan says, strong and capable? Hee hee. Dimlos says, don't be so easily fooled by obvious flattery. Ruti says, Mary, don't you agree? Mary says, delicious. Did you say something? It'd be a relief if Stan came with, right? Mary says, traveling in a group is more fun. Dimlos says, it's not like they're disagreeing with each other. It's true that if it's just women it might be dangerous, says Stan. Wow. Here we are with the misogyny. Stan says, I'll become your bodyguard just until we get to Harmentz. Ruti says, thank you. I don't really know what's going on, but I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Same here. You think I'll let you get away? If you're not looking... when you're not looking, I'll take the sword. Hee hee hee. Atwhite says, Ruti, I know exactly what you're thinking. Dimlos says, the road ahead us shall be a difficult one to traverse, indeed. Ruti says, it's getting late. We should sleep. Tomorrow we'll get an early start. My dog is trying to eat my wires because he's a punk. Punk-ass doggy. Punk-ass doggo. Your master is quite unique, Atwhite. She's not a bad kid at heart. It seems that you've chosen an interesting master as well. It's good that he has a straightforward personality, but he's too good-natured. His skill with the sword is still in its infancy. He needs to train hard. That sounds like fun. Atwhite, by the way, has the time come? I don't know, either. First of all, I don't know where it is. I hope the fact that you and I are awake is not a bad sign. My dog agrees. He says, Arf. Ruti says, are you gonna sleep forever or something? We're leaving. Dimlos says, Stan, wake up. Ruti says, hey, wake up. Stan says, good morning. Ruti says, don't good morning me. Hurry up and get ready. Stan says, oh yeah, sure. Ruti says, what's with this guy? Stan might do something weird while I'll still half asleep. Hey, keep an eye on him, Dimlos. Dimlos says, do I look like his babysitter? Alright then, let's head for Harmentz. First, we should take the north gate to Sinagald. Okay. Well, I need to buy one of those leather armors for that quest. Atwhite says, Stan, have you heard of Re-Rise? Stan says, that's new. Atwhite says, Dimlos didn't explain it? Alright, I'll do it. One of the skills Swordians possess is Re-Rise. You can transform your weapons and armor using lens. The amount of lens consumed varies based on what it transforms into. Careful not to overuse them. Anyway, you can't transform your Swordian. Stan says, so I can use lens to transform any armor and weapons except for my Swordian. Is that what you say? Atwhite says, that's just the basics, but you should try it. I did it. Just try it on different things. It's pretty simple. Ruti says, are you done talking? Let's go. If we're going to Senegal, we have to go through the northern gate, so it's not letting me go that way. We won't let you through without a passport. Okie dokie. No branching turns here. Why are you blocking our way? I already told you, if you don't have a passport, I won't let you through. Oh, really? Well, take a good look at my face. Once you realize who I am, you'll change your tune, brother. Stan says, wow, those people must be famous. That's right, we're the most famous lens hunters. Uh-oh. I'm Millie the Gale. I'm John the Gluttonous. And I'm Grid the Omnipotent. The three of us are the Darkwings, the famous Darkwings. Yeah. You've certainly met many that imitate us, but we are the genuine article. The soldier says, never heard of ya. Impossible. Yeah, I've never heard of him either. We're not a group of performers. We have a passport, Ruti says. Look. The soldier says, you can go through. We just leave him there? It's hilarious. Bye. How laborious your roles must be. Let us encourage you from here. Give it to me. Yeah. The soldier says, you guys need to stop. If you keep this ruckus up, I'm opening up a can of whoop-ass. Oh, wow. Grid says, no, it was all a joke. We're just performers, okay? Oh, boy. Alright, let's head to the village. Wait, Stan, I'll give you a map. You don't have one anyway. Thank you, I'll take good care of it. Make sure you have a map in case you get lost. We acquired the world map. Alright, this looks like a good place for me to call this an episode, and I'm gonna do some uploading, and we will see you next time, which will be sometime later today.